Good morning, everybody. Today we will see the poem The Solitary Reaper, which is composed by William Wordsworth. So let's begin with the introduction of the poet. William Wordsworth was the poet laureate of the United Kingdom and remains an important figure in English literature. As we all know, William Wordsworth is the well-known nature poet. He was also the laureate poet of the Kingdom and remains an important figure in English literature. Lyrical Ballads, a book of poems that he co-authored with S.T. Coleridge, helped launch the Romantic Age in English literature. He wrote the book of poems, Lyrical Ballads, with S.T. Coleridge, and from that book, it is considered that the Romantic Age started with the publication of Lyrical Ballads, or Romantic Age started with that book. Wordsworth laid stress on the importance of nature and the simple life. And in his poems, the poet William Wordsworth laid stress on the importance of life and on the importance of nature and the simple life, and felt that poetry should be written in the language of ordinary people. And he was of the opinion that whatever poems had been written or have been written, all those poems should be written in the language of simple, ordinary people, in the language of ordinary people. Some of his major works are The Prelude, lines composed a few miles above Tinton Abbey, Daffodils, and The World is Too Much with Us. So these are the major works of the poet William Wordsworth. The Prelude, lines composed a few miles above Tinton Abbey, Daffodils, and The World is Too Much with Us. The Solitary Reaper is the present poem, is one of Wordsworth's most famous ballads. And this particular poem, The Solitary Reaper, is one of the best poem, one of the most famous ballads written by William Wordsworth. The poem praises the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings that Wordsworth identified as the heart of poetry. And the poem appreciates, or we can say the poem praises the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. म्हणजे poetry, what do you mean by poetry? Poetry is nothing but the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. म्हणजे जे आपल्या स्वयंस्फूर्तीने निघणाऱ्या ज्या भावना असतात, त्या भावना लिहून काढणे म्हणजे पोएट्री. दॅट वर्ड्सवर्थ आयडेंटिफाईड ॲज द हार्ट ऑफ पोएट्री. आणि वर्ड्सवर्थला तेच अपेक्षित होतं. वर्ड्सवर्थच्या मते दॅट स्पॉन्टेनियस ओव्हरफ्लो ऑफ पॉवरफुल फिलिंग मीन्स द हार्ट ऑफ पोएट्री. The speaker of this poem doesn't understand the words of the reaper's song and is instead captivated by the expressive beauty of the singer's voice and moved by the mood that it creates in him. Actually, the speaker of this poem, or the poet of this poem, he doesn't understand the language. He doesn't understand the words, whatever the reaper used to sing, whatever the reaper sings, or the lines of that song. And instead of that, means though he doesn't understand the words of that poem, the words of that song, but he captivated by the expressive beauty of that singer's voice and moved by the mood that it creates in him. And he was deeply touched by that song, even though he was unable to understand the lines, the words of that song. So let's begin. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself. So in the very first stanza, poet says that behold her, the poet can see her single in the field, that solitary reaper, that reaper was single in that field. She was working in the field and she was reaping the crop, and she was there in the field at the solitary highland lass. She was there in the field at the solitary highland lass, and she was alone in the field. She was solitary in that field, reaping and singing by herself. And what she was doing, she was reaping the crop and singing by herself. While reaping the crop, she was singing herself. ती आता शेतामध्ये जे निघालेलं पीक आहे ते पिकाची कापणी करत असते आणि पिकाची कापणी करताना ती गाणं गात असते. स्टॉप हिअर और जेंटली पास. नाउ द पोएट विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ said the readers of this poem that stop here means you should stop here or gently pass, because that reaper, that solitary reaper, is singing a sweet song. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. So that reaper was alone in that field, and she cuts and binds the grain alone. She cuts the crop and binds those crops alone. There was no one in the field, but she alone, she lonely cuts the crops and binds that grain into what we can say, into some bundle, into the bundle, and sings a melancholy strain. And while doing that work, while cutting the crops and binding that grain, she was singing a melancholy song, or she was singing a sad song. So in this way, in the first stanza of the poem, the poet William Wordsworth said that means there was a reaper, solitary reaper in the field, that on the highland lass, हायलँड लासच्या शेतामध्ये, हायलँडच्या शेतामध्ये एक रीपर पिकाची कापणी करत असते. एक मुलगी, तरुण मुलगी, सुंदर दिसणारी मुलगी पिकांची कापणी करत असते. अँड वेन शी वॉज रिपिंग द क्रॉप, ऍट द सेम टाइम while reaping the crops, she was singing herself. And by stopping there or gently passing there, poet wants to listen whatever song she sings there. And she was doing alone, she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. And she was lonely cutting the grain, and when she cuts the grain, at the same time she binds the grain. And while cutting and binding the grain, she sings a melancholy strain. She sings a sad song while doing the work in the field. Oh, listen for the wail profound. Now the poet William Wordsworth said to his reader that, oh, लिसन, म्हणजे तुम्ही सगळे रीडर्स, वाचकांनो, तुम्ही ते गाणं ऐकायला पाहिजे. फॉर द वेल प्रोफाउंड मीन्स इन एन एंटायर डीप व्हॅली. Actually, that field was near the deep valley, and in an entire deep valley is overflowing with the sound. The sound of that song was spreaded in that deep entire valley, and that the sound of that song was overflowing. म्हणजे त्या गाण्याचा जो आवाज असतो, मधुर आवाज असतो, तो मधुर आवाज संपूर्ण त्या दऱ्याखोऱ्यांमध्ये पसरलेला असतो. नो नाइटिंगेल did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands. Means the poet said that I have never ever seen, I have never ever heard the song of nightingale as sweet as the lady sings. म्हणजे मी आतापर्यंत नाइटिंगेलचे गाणे सुद्धा ऐकले, परंतु नाइटिंगेल पक्षी सुद्धा तेवढं गोड आणि सुंदर गाणं गाऊ शकत नाही. More welcome notes to weary bands of travelers in some shady haunt. Means the song of nightingale only appeals to the travelers in some shady haunt or cool oases. म्हणजे समुद्रावरले जे ट्रॅव्हलर्स असतात त्यांना त्या नाइटिंगेलच्या गाण्याची भुरळ पडते. Among Arabian sands, a voice so thrilling never was heard. In springtime, from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Hebrides म्हणजे a group of remote islands. And I have never ever listened, I have never ever heard such type of sweet song, neither from the nightingale nor from the cuckoo bird. Because nightingale sings a beautiful song, but the voice of the nightingale was not so sweet, just like that maiden girl who is singing the song while reaping the crop and binding it. And I have also heard the songs of cuckoo bird during the springtime, but the sweetness that the beautiful girl has in her song, that sweetness is not there when cuckoo bird just when cuckoo bird sings a song. So because of the cuckoo bird, only cuckoo bird or the song of the cuckoo bird breaks the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. म्हणजे कुक्कू बर्ड फक्त समुद्राजवळ जे ट्रॅव्हलर्स असतात ते जेव्हा प्रवास करतात किंवा जेव्हा एकांत असतो तेव्हा त्यांचा एकांत शांतता भंग करण्याचंच काम करते. परंतु हा जो आवाज आहे सॉलिटरी रिपरचा, त्या तरुण मुलीचा आवाज या कुक्कूबर्ड पेक्षाही आणि नाइटिंगल पेक्षाही जास्त गोड आहे, अशी कंपॅरिझन कवी विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ करतात. म्हणजे नाइटिंगलचाही आवाज गोड आहे आणि कुक्कूबर्डचाही आवाज गोड आहे, परंतु त्याही पेक्षा या सॉलिटरी रिपरचा आवाज खूप गोड आहे, असं इथं विलियम शेक्सपियर यांना सांगायचं आहे. विल नो वन टेल मी व्हॉट शी सिंग्स, परहॅप्स द प्लेंटिव्ह नंबर्स फ्लू. प्लेंटिव्ह नंबर्स मीन्स मॉर्नफुल नोट. मॉर्नफुल म्हणजे दुःखद गोष्ट सांगणे. For old unhappy far off things and battles long ago, or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again. So further, poet William Wordsworth tells here that will no one tell me what she sings, whatever song she sings, in whatever language that song is, I may not understand the language of that beautiful girl, but I listen, I can listen the sweet sound of that girl, and by listening the sound of that song, definitely I can tell you, perhaps the plaintive numbers flew. For old unhappy far off things means perhaps the song is a sad one, the song is mournful, and that song is related to old unhappy far off things, or that songs may be related to the battles which had been taken place long ago. म्हणजे हे जे गाणं आहे, या गाण्याची भाषा जरी मला समजत नसली तरी सुद्धा मी एक गोष्ट तुम्हाला सांगू शकतो की निश्चितच ते गाणं दुःखद आहे. कदाचित ते गाणं जुनं, दुःखद आणि खूप अगोदर घडलेल्या गोष्टींबद्दल असावं, किंवा एखाद्या युद्धाबद्दलचं म्हणजे युद्धाबद्दलचे भाव प्रकटणारं गाणं ते असावं. और इज इट सम मोर हंबल ले, फॅमिलियर मॅटर ऑफ टुडे, और it is related to a more humble lay, and it may be related to a familiar matter of today, or it may be of old days, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again. And this song may be related to the sorrow or loss or पेन that has been happened or may be happen again. म्हणजे हे जे गाणं आहे, जी ती तरुण मुलगी गात आहे, हे गाणं नक्कीच म्हणजे स्वाभाविकच ते गाणं दुःखाबद्दल आहे. कोणीतरी आपल्यापासून हरवलेला आहे किंवा कोणाच्या तरी यातना या गीतामध्ये मांडलेल्या आहे. कदाचित ते गाणं घडून गेलेल्या दुःखाबद्दल असेल किंवा यानंतरही एखादं येणारं दुःख असेल त्याबद्दल हे गाणं असू शकते, असं विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ त्यांना वाटते. आय होप दॅट यू हॅव अंडरस्टूड धिस. सो वी विल मूव फर्दर टुवर्ड्स अवर लास्ट पॅरा. लेट्स सी व्हॉट इज देअर. व्हॉट एव्हर द थीम द मेडन sang as if, maiden means कुमारिका, तरुण मुलगी, as if her song could have no ending, as if her song could have no ending, I saw her singing at her work. I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. Sickle means विळा. I listened motionless and still. Motionless means स्तब्ध राहून. कुठलीही हालचाल न करता. अँड स्टील, स्टील म्हणजे शांत. अँड ॲज आय माउंटेड अप, माउंटेड अप मीन्स ॲज आय वॉकड अप, चालायला सुरुवात केली. अप द हिल, टेकडी, द म्युझिक इन माय हार्ट आय बोअर. बिअर म्हणजे धारण करणे, बोअर म्हणजे तसंच होतं. लॉंग आफ्टर इट वॉज हर्ड नो मोर. सो फर्दर the poet William Wordsworth says here that whatever theme the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. Means whatever theme that young lady, that young girl was telling through her song, whatever the theme may be, but the whatever theme may be of that song, but whatever song the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. म्हणजे त्या गाण्याची कुठलीही थीम असो, ती जी मेडन गर्ल असते, ती गर्ल कुठलंही गाणं म्हणत असो, ॲज इफ हर सॉन्ग कुड हॅव नो एंडिंग, परंतु त्या लेडीचा हर व्हॉइस वॉज सो स्वीट, इट सीम्ड टू द पोएट दॅट, पोएट सेड दॅट हर सॉन्ग कुड हॅव नो एंडिंग. म्हणजे तिचं गाणं कधीही संपू नये असं कवींना वाटते, कारण की त्या मुलीचा जो आवाज असतो हा फारच गोड असतो, म्हणून कवींना असं वाटते की तिचं गाणं संपायलाच नको. I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. And now poet says that I saw her singing at her work, means I saw that lady, I saw that young girl while she was doing her own work, and she was singing a song while doing her work, and over the sickle bending, and she was bending her sickle, she was cutting the crops and she was binding it. But by doing her job, by doing those particular things in her field, she was also singing a song, and I saw her singing at work. आणि मी तिला स्वतः पाहिलेलं आहे, ती गाणं म्हणत होती. I listened motionless and still, and when she was singing at that time, I listened her song by motionless and still, by just keeping himself motionless and still. आणि पुढे कवी सांगतात की मी तिचं गाणं ऐकलेलं आहे, मी स्वतःला स्तब्ध ठेवलं, शांत ठेवलं, आणि शांत राहून आणि स्तब्ध राहून कुठलीही हालचाल न करता तिचा मधुर आवाज मी ऐकला. आय लिसन्ड मोशनलेस अँड स्टिल, मी तिचं गाणं ऐकलं, मी स्तब्ध राहिलो आणि शांत राहिलो आणि तिचं गाणं ऐकलं. अँड ॲज आय माउंटेड अप द हिल, अँड आय हॅव ऑल्सो लिसन्ड हर वेन आय वॉक्ड अप द हिल. आणि एवढंच नाही, शांत राहून आणि स्तब्ध राहून तिचं गाणं ऐकलं आणि नंतर मग टेकडीवर गेलो. द म्युझिक इन माय हार्ट आय बोअर, अँड स्टील द सेम म्युझिक वॉज आय वॉज बोअर इन माय हार्ट, द सेम म्युझिक, द सेम साऊंड ऑफ दॅट गर्ल, बिकॉज द व्हॉइस ऑफ दॅट गर्ल वॉज क्वाइट sweet, and because of the sweetness of her voice, I have bore that sound, I have bore that voice in my heart long after it was heard no more. And I expect such type of songs in my future, but I have never heard such type of a sweet song that is sung by that girl, the young girl, the solitary reaper. So we have finished this poem. I hope that you have understood this. This poem is about the solitary reaper. Actually, solitary reaper is a young girl. Solitary म्हणजे एकटी, आणि reaper म्हणजे कापणी करणारी. आणि ती एकटीच मुलगी शेतामध्ये असते आणि ती शेतातल्या पिकाची कापणी करत असते. कापणी केल्यानंतर ती बांधत असते आणि कापणी करताना आणि बांधताना ती गाणं म्हणत असते. परंतु जेव्हा कवीला त्या मुलीचा आवाज ऐकायला येतो, ती मुलगी दुसऱ्याच कोणत्या तरी भाषेमध्ये ते गाणं गात असते. परंतु त्या मुलीचा मधुर आणि गोड आवाज ऐकून कवींना, म्हणजे जरी त्या गाण्याची भाषा समजली नाही तरी सुद्धा त्या आवाजामुळे कवी ते संपूर्ण गाणं ऐकतात. आणि एवढंच नाही, संपूर्ण गाणं ऐकल्यानंतर म्हणजे त्याच्यामधले जे भाव असतात त्या गाण्यामुळे त्यांना ते भाव समजतात आणि ते एक अंदाज बांधतात की ते जे गाणं असते हे कुठल्या तरी दुःखाबद्दल, कोणाच्या तरी यातनेबद्दल, कोणाच्या तरी दुःखाबद्दल, कदाचित युद्धामध्ये घडून गेलेल्या गोष्टीबद्दल ते गाणं असावं असं कवीला वाटते. सो थँक्यू व्हेरी मच फॉर लिसनिंग मी पेशंटली. थँक्यू.